Welcome to this video on format and insert options. Recently, Google has added some very user-friendly, productivity enhancing type formatting and insert options. The first of which is called Pageless View. You may have seen this in the last few months. Pageless View essentially takes your Google Doc from being multiple pages. You'll see a page break right there. We've got two right now, into one streaming page. So think like a website that doesn't have any specific page breaks. So we'll go over here to File in the top left-hand corner and to Page Setup. And we're going to switch from Pages, and you can see here our margin controls and all those things, to Pageless. Okay. Pageless also then allows you to see like the margins expand, adds you to use more of the page. You can also set the background color of your page itself. So we'll just change this to a light blue and we'll say okay. So notice now on this, okay, there is a wide, you see this kind of pageless view, and maybe I need to get rid of the blue, but effectively it looks like a giant web page. So we'll go back and we'll change the background color again. File, Page Setup, Pageless. We'll go back to our white that was there before. Now, the reason to do this would be like if you don't have a need, you can see it still actually has like where the page break is. If you don't have a need to print, maybe you're using Docs as a running note-taking or maybe even like a web page where you don't necessarily need page view. You don't need to know what pages are where. And so kind of a cool way to do that. I'm going to switch back here to my page view. Other options recently, they've introduced in this top left-hand corner this spelling and grammar check. So we'll hit that, and that runs a quick spell and grammar check. Now, warning, this is not, in my experience, the most accurate tool. A tool like Grammarly or things like that you may be familiar with, I think are probably better options if we're looking at that. But you'll see here, I kind of typed some mumbo jumbo and it picked that up. So I can either accept or ignore those suggestions. I can also move to the next. Another one here, Mississippi, and I actually have suggestions then of Mississippi. I'll show you something. This is a paragraph that's intentionally written and spelled with some errors. So for example, here's a there. This should be they apostrophe R-E. Here's a there that should be an I-E-R. And you'll notice as I go through, it finds this one, but it doesn't necessarily find all the rest of those. And so that's my word of warning about the effectiveness of the spelling and grammar check inside of Google Docs, but it can be a helpful tool. Other options you'll see here at the bottom to insert an equation. So if I come up here to the top and I go to insert, this is for my math and science teachers. Now I have an equation option right here. This used to not be possible in Google Docs. You had to use add-ons or extensions like Equagio, or people stayed attached to Microsoft Word because Google Docs didn't have an equations feature, but it does now, where I'm here. And I now have different math symbol operators, symbols, different things that I can go ahead and I can insert in my equation down here. Things like greater than symbols, greater than or equal to symbols, things like that, that then generate equations in line in Google Docs. So that's a nice added feature as well, especially math and science folks. Lastly, maybe the most efficiency increasing tool is the ability to voice type. So if you're somebody who likes to voice type on your smartphone, send texts, whatever it happens to be, this one for both accessibility and just productivity is really nice. So if you come up here and we go to Tools, down here about 2/3 of the way down is the voice typing option. And so I can select that and I'll get this little microphone that pops up. Now you could use the speech to text feature that's natively built into, say, like your Chromebook or your Windows OS, but this actually has specific prompting tools where you can actually like bold or italicize things with your voice if you're interested. So we'll just do an example here. My favorite food is cheeseburgers, period. Select cheeseburgers. Bold. underline. My second favorite food is tacos. Select my. So you see, I can do some different things. Obviously, it can be a little glitchy. You have to kind of figure out how to use punctuation, how to speak. But that voice typing can be really nice for getting, I guess, text onto your doc a little more effectively. So those are some inserting and some format options relatively new to Google Docs.